What's up everyone? Welcome back to the channel. First of all, Happy New Year! We finally made it to 2025. I wish everyone the best this year, and hopefully you didn't already break your New Year's resolution. Anyways, I know I haven't made a proper video in a while, and yeah, that's kind of on me, but to be fair, I wanted to take my time making the script for this video so it could be as good as it possibly could be. Now that we're in 2025, there's a lot to look forward to, especially if you're a Falcom fan. I swear, this year alone is gonna be insane. If you thought Falcom was on a generational run last year, you ain't seen nothing yet. There's genuinely so much stuff going down this year that it wouldn't even be too much of a stretch to say that 2025 is our year. The year of Nihon Falcom. So let's talk about all the upcoming stuff to look forward to this year and beyond. It's only January, but we already got something to be excited about. Ys memoir, The Oath in Felghana, finally comes out in English this month, on the 7th. I thought I'd end up having to wait way longer for this to drop, but thankfully, Xseed came in clutch. Not gonna lie, I'm really looking forward to replaying this game. I mean, it's Oath in Felghana. No matter how many times I play it, it's gonna be an amazing game every time. But playing with the new art and the turbo mode should make this next replay a lot more interesting. Hopefully this game ends up doing pretty well in the West, so Falcom realizes that we really want more Ys games on modern consoles. Although, the game must have sold pretty well in Japan, considering Falcom recently announced that Celceta would be getting a Switch port in spring of this year. I really wish it was Ys 7, but I'm not gonna complain. Hopefully we get some more info on the Celceta port soon, cause all they really said is that it's coming to Switch. We don't know in what fashion just yet. It could be a straight port, or it could be another Oath in Felghana situation. You know, a remaster with new art, improvements, and all that. Although, I kinda doubt that's the case. When the Felghana remaster got announced, it was announced as Ys Memoir, not just Oath in Felghana. To be fair though, there's a chance they just didn't want to reveal the name right then and there, since the day the Celceta port got announced was the same day we got Ys 10 Proud Nordics announced, along with a new trailer for Trails in the Sky the First. If they had fully shown off what the Celceta port would be, it definitely would have gotten overshadowed, and I mean, it kinda did anyways. The next thing I want to talk about is, of course, the Ys 10 re-release. Since we have just a bit more info now than when I made my last video, I've seen a lot of people genuinely get mad at Falcom for re-releasing the game, quote, only a few months after the release. I think people are forgetting that the game dropped in 2023 in Japan, so depending on when Proud Nordics drops, it'll have already been like nearly 2 years. And from the way Falcom has been describing this, it doesn't feel like it's just the same game with one really big new island. They've stated that they're rebalancing the game from the ground up. What this actually means, we don't know yet, but hopefully that means the enemy attack patterns will be more varied and they just attack more often in general. Cause in Ys 10, I'll be honest, despite the game being genuinely really fun, it's also very easy at times. Like, you can really just straight up bully most of the bosses if you play right. Like I said, it was fun, but it'd definitely be a bit better if the fights were more engaging all around. Along with that, I really wonder what they'll do regarding the ship sailing and fighting at sea. To be completely honest, I didn't really have that much of an issue with either of those things. The only real complaint I had was that the ship felt really slow when you're just starting out. Hopefully they make the base speed of the ship just a bit quicker. That would make replaying the game a bit more enjoyable. Honestly though, now that I've had more time to think things over, I'm almost kinda glad we're getting a re-release of Ys 10. Not just because I really love the game, but this is us getting more Ys content. At the end of the day, that's what we all want, isn't it? We've always had to wait a good while between games, but it feels like we're entering a new era now. We just got Ys 10 in English, we're getting the Oath in Felghana remaster real soon, and we have Proud Nordics to look forward to. Not to mention, Falcom confirmed that they're already working on a completely brand new Ys game. We're genuinely back like we never left. This kind of output is a miracle. We're gonna be eating real good this year, and probably well into next year as well. Just thinking about how the next game could very well be a remake of Ys 5 has me so hyped. Trust me, I'm gonna lose it when that game finally gets revealed. At the end of the day, I don't think there's that much of a reason to complain about Ys 10 being re-released. Like, yeah, people are gonna feel like Falcom is pulling an Atlas, purposefully cutting content just to add it back in another version of a game you have to buy for $60. But think for a second, did Ys 10 really feel unfinished to you? Did it feel like they cut content on purpose? Or is Proud Nordics Falcom's full, complete vision for Ys 10 that they couldn't get out because of the Switch? If the Switch 2, or whatever it's going to be called, had dropped in 2023, would Proud Nordics even be happening? Or would that new island have been in the base game already? It's kinda hard to tell, honestly. Ys 10 for sure feels like a full, complete game, but Falcom said they started making Proud Nordics because of the feedback from the fans. They wanted more adventures with Karja. Like, they aren't gonna bring her right back for the next game, so this re-release with more content is pretty much the perfect solution. More Ys content, more time with Karja, and it'll probably hold us over until the next mainline game. And even if the next game doesn't drop until like 2026, we still have even more to look forward to this year. I'm sure you all are well aware of the sudden bombshell that got dropped on us a few weeks ago. Ys vs Trails in the Sky has finally been freed from the PSP. I genuinely never thought I would see the day, man. A crossover Falcom fighting game just seems like the most obvious no-brainer idea ever. And it's something I've wanted ever since I started playing Trails earlier this year. Seeing my favorite characters from both series in the same game is like a fever dream, and this game made that dream a reality. I've wanted to try it out for so long, but I could never get the online to work on an emulator, so I kinda just accepted that I'd have to wait until they ported the game or something, which I honestly thought was never gonna happen. But no, out of literally nowhere, it was announced that Ys vs Trails was coming to not only Steam, but PlayStation and Switch as well. But not only that, the game is gonna have crossplay, rollback netcode, and local multiplayer. This isn't just a port with an English translation. This is an absolute remaster full of love and passion for both Ys, Trails, and Falcom as a whole. I swear, man, I'm so ready to throw hands in this game. It's gonna be peak, I just know it. And I nearly forgot to mention, this game getting remastered means the art is finally gonna be in high quality. These idle sprites aren't gonna be in 480p anymore. Just look at this difference, man. I used to pray for times like this. More importantly though, we definitely gotta come through and buy this game. I'm sure if enough people show support for this, Falcom will see that there's actually a ton of interest for a fighting game. There's genuinely a chance we could end up getting Ys vs Trails 2 sometime down the line. And just think about that. Imagine this game, but not limited to just Ys 7 and the Sky games. What if it was current day Ys and Trails? Or maybe even more than just those two. We could have the Xavi characters actually be playable. Tokyo Xanadu characters from the first and second game, if that second game ever comes out. But at that point, why even call it Ys vs Trails? If we end up getting a new game, it might be a general Falcom crossover fighting game. Falcom Fantasy Versus coming soon. We just gotta believe. Either way, we're gonna be on Ys vs Trails, no matter what. Okay, next up, I gotta talk about Trails in the Sky the first. Cause oh my god, man, this game looks insane. I know I'm more of a newcomer to the series, which is kinda weird to say when I'm already 5, now 6 games in, but to be fair, I haven't even been into the series for a full year, so yeah, I guess I am a newcomer. Anyways, I'm probably not the most ideal person to be gushing about this remake, but even as a newcomer, I can still appreciate how insane the Sky remake looks. Like, it looks so good it almost doesn't even feel like a Falcom game, and I mean that in a good way. I've never seen a Falcom game move and animate like this before. It was crazy.
Yeah, this is. God! Oh, that trailer! Oh, that battle music! Oh my god! Oh, they're using the...
One of the greatest games ever made.
Oh my god!
is the most beautiful Falcom game I've ever seen.
Oh my god!
This isn't running on a Switch. This ain't no Switch hardware. It's the fucking Daybreak shit. Oh, I'm literally the brightest scenes. Oh my god.
Oh my god. Oh my.
Oh my god, they have the fucking follow-ups like in Cold Zine! Yes, sir!
That's your goat?
Oh my, bro, this art looks so...
Oh my god!
Oh my fucking god! Bro, Falcom has never been moving like this before.
Falcom going crazy! God damn!
What did I just watch? Game of the year. Game of the year.
Game of the year.
It really feels like we're in a brand new era for Falcom games. Like, for me, just seeing the all-around improvement from East 9 to 10 had me losing my mind. I can't imagine what huge Trails fans are going through from seeing the Sky remake. It must feel like a dream come true at this point. See, now you guys don't have to argue on where to start the series. If, you know, the start of the series is getting remade. Although that might start the issue of people not continuing the series until everything is remade. At the very least, the full Sky trilogy is getting remade, but then you gotta think, would Zero and Azure also get remade? Low-key, just thinking about seeing Crossbow in full 3D in the Sky remake style or something similar has already got me insanely hyped. Not only that, but with how beautiful the animations are in Sky the First, I can already imagine how insane the fight scenes are gonna look. I'm not trying to spoil anything, but listen man, there's definitely some scenes from both the Sky games and the Crossbow games I'm looking forward to seeing in full 3D. That's all I'ma say. Honestly, it feels like every single time we see a brand new Falcom game, they're just surpassing their limits again and again. The common notion of Falcom games always being a generation behind everything else is slowly starting to disappear. I haven't even been a fan of Falcom for that long, and even I can notice that fact. The overall improvement from East 9 to 10, the animations in Kai no Kiseki, the fact that Sky the First, a game on Switch by the way, damn near looks better than Kai, like this is insane. Falcom is just proving time and time again that they're simply the greatest to ever do it. Best believe we will be there no matter what. Alright, now we gotta talk about how locked in NISA has been recently. The fact we got both Daybreak and East 10 in the same year is crazy enough. But with Daybreak 2 coming out so soon this year, they're gonna be caught up with translations before we even realize it. I wouldn't even be surprised if an English version of Kai no Kiseki ended up dropping by the end of the year. Granted, that might be a bit of delusion on my part, but either way, it'd be real crazy to see. What's even better is that now we know NISA will be getting the scripts for Falcom games way earlier, so new games will probably start coming out in the West way more quickly. Before, NISA only got the script after a game's release, which kinda explains why they used to lag behind a bit, but now I think we can finally put that behind us. Falcom themselves even said they want to shorten the time between Japanese and English releases. With this, along with the Sky remake being released simultaneously worldwide, it feels like we're entering the golden age of being a fan of Falcom. We're getting a bunch of amazing new game releases, and the English versions of said games will start coming out way faster. It's like a dream come true for every Falcom fan. Not to mention, NISA's translations have been really good. Granted, the only new translation from them I've gotten to experience is in East 10, but still, the dialogue in that game was really good. It all felt so natural. You can tell they really put a lot of love and care into the translation. Now, if only they did that with the marketing. Now, there's one game I've had yet to really talk about yet, mostly because there hasn't been a single thing to talk about, but anyways, where the hell is Tokyo Xanadu 2? I don't know if you've noticed, but the one single teaser we got dropped nearly 9 months ago at this point. I thought for sure we'd end up getting a new trailer along the announcement of Proud Nordics and the new Sky the First trailer, but no, it's been radio silent ever since then. Well, almost radio silent. What we do know for certain is that the game is being made by younger staff at Falcom, and that they were eager to craft something new. What that all could mean for the game itself is anyone's guess at this point. I'm not exactly the biggest Tokyo Xanadu fan out there, so realistically I don't really have much to say here other than I can't wait to actually see the game. Thankfully, I happen to know the biggest Tokyo Xanadu fan, so I guess I'll let them talk about it for a bit.
So you get this fun little trailer, you get your East Proud Nordics, you get your Trails in the Sky remake. Well, what about me? What about me? I have nothing. I've been waiting since March, and I haven't gotten a single bit of information. No art, no trailer, nothing. You got in-game screenshots for your game coming next year that nobody asked for. And I have nothing. I have nothing. I have nothing.
I guess the last thing to speak on is the future of Falcom, looking towards the end of 2025 and even further beyond. We already know this year is going to be full of back-to-back bangers, and that the year is going to end off with Sky the First. However, recently Falcom has confirmed that there's already both a new Trails and East game in the works. That new Trails game is most likely Kai no Kaseki 2, and that's kind of all I can say about that one. You see, I'm currently only up to Cold Steel 1, so unfortunately when it comes to newer Trails stuff I kinda have to stay on the sidelines. I guess I'm pretty excited to see what the game will end up looking like, considering how amazing Kai already looked, and from how insane the animations in Sky the First are. Whatever Trails game comes next can only be better than what came before it, so I'm really looking forward to seeing it. Now, as for the new East title, we all know what that has to be, man. We're getting that East 5 remake. There's just no way it's anything else. When that game actually comes out though is anyone's guess at this point. I originally thought we wouldn't end up getting a brand new East game until like 2027, since that's the next anniversary year, but I guess not. If they've already revealed the fact they're working on a brand new game, it might be further along than we think. There's genuinely a decent chance that we could end up seeing the East 5 remake get announced by the end of this year. Now, this really is just wishful thinking, but Tokyo Xanadu 2 could also end up having its first real trailer this year, so maybe, hopefully that also comes out the year after in 2026. Dog, if you put all this into a timeline and showed it to someone in like 2021, you would get called insane. Like, look at this, man. 3, technically 4 East games and a Trails remake all in the same year. If you thought 2024 Falcom was on a generational run, you genuinely haven't seen anything yet. And yeah, that's pretty much everything I had to say. Falcom in 2024 was already insane, but 2025 just might top it. And the year has only just started. It feels like everyone who's a fan of Falcom has something to look forward to this year and beyond. Trails fans have the Sky remake, which could lead to more games getting remakes down the line, like Zero and Azure. East fans have the ports and Proud Nordics this year, and confirmation that a new game is on the way. Tokyo Xanadu fans, have hope for a new trailer, I guess? Look, you guys will get your game eventually. Maybe. Anyways, that's all for me. If you enjoyed the video, feel free to leave a like and subscribe. I'm actually kinda close to 700 subs already, which is insane. I really appreciate all the support from you guys. Alright, thanks for watching. I'll see you next time.